I only need it for the closing.
Hey everybody, it's Thursday, which means it's another episode of Naturally Unbothered. I am Shari.
I am Ebony. Welcome to my show.
And I am Corry.
Hey Corry, how are you?
I am good. I'm good. How are you ladies doing?
I'm doing well.
Good.
It's still my birthday. Hey.
No, it's not, but it is. You're allowed to have the whole month. You are.
Oh, it's just been a wonderful month. It's just been a wonderful month of bliss and birthdays. And anniversaries.
Oh yeah, anniversary as well. It's your anniversary.
Hey.
Anniversary.
What's everybody drinking?
I got some lint plumper for my birthday. And this stuff be tingling. Now, who would give me some lint plumper? My good old supervisor at work felt that my lips need to be a little bit more plump. So I put this on.
What?
And it is, baby, when I tell you that it's about to heat up in a minute. I did not know.
Corry.
30%.
30%.
I did not know. No, my supervisor is not even 30%. She is 100% black who got me this.
She's telling you what you are. 30%.
Look, it stings so bad. Like after you get through the initial burn.
So it be tingling?
No, it's a burn. It's a full burn.
Not a tingle, a burn.
Like a burn.
Is it supposed to burn?
Like, why are we using this? I don't think it's...
So at first I didn't know that. Well, I didn't even know it was lip plumper. I just thought it was gloss. I was like, oh, thank you for the gloss. So I popped up and then I was like, why is this burning? I'm like, I don't understand. What is in here? And then I read the little label and there was a little chili pepper at the bottom that says, this is hot. There will be some tingling. And then I guess the tingling is what? Do you see them pumping? It's what gets them to pump more.
Okay, I see them.
What's everybody drinking? What is everybody drinking? Corry, what are you drinking?
Well, actually, that's something that I wanted to discuss with everybody. I've actually rededicated my life.
To who? Tequila? Okay, I'm sorry.
To the
Lord?
The Lord? To a new cock.
To Jose Sorbet? Jose Corbo?
To asshole cutlers of America.
Casamigos?
Okay, I see what you guys think of me.
No, okay, seriously. What have you rededicated your life to? Because just at the beginning of the show, you asked if I got some cock. So I'm trying to figure out how this co-aligns with your new savior. What is happening?
That don't break the third wall. That was behind the scenes type of stuff.
Oh, okay. So what is it? Who are you giving your life to?
Are you publicly giving your life? Because I think that question that that statement she made is valid either way.
Yeah. Rededicated your life to?
I have rededicated my life and I am not drinking.
You rededicated your life to what?
Rededicated your life to what?
Right. And are you just giving it up for Lent? I mean, because Easter's coming and all the Ash Sunday or whatever. Like, what are you doing? So does this mean you're going to be giving up the podcast? Because we are so not. I saved my life appropriate.
Ma'am, stop talking so he can finish the statement.
You interrupted.
I have stopped drinking for good for the day. And
I'm trying to be supportive. Okay, go ahead. Carry on.
And I have rededicated my life to Thursdays. And Thursday will be fitness, days. And so I will not be partaking in the devil's juice. Yes.
We record on Tuesdays.
That was you.
So
but this is gonna show on Thursday.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to make sure. Because we are a pre-recorded show. If nobody knew that, the cat's out the fucking bag. So I'm just trying to figure out if you just don't want to be caught drinking on a Thursday, but you're gonna drink all the other days of the week, or just on Thursdays when we on air that you just not gonna fucking drink.
I'm just not drinking today. Shit.
You didn't have time to go to the liquor store.
I feel like you should have just said that instead of all this other stuff.
Well, I didn't know it was gonna be a big production.
I mean, you said you're giving your life
you said
to
you
something.
Dedicated. We're like, oh
yeah.
gosh, okay.
Rededication, baptisms. And
I say a lot
like
of things, and y'all don't ever take interest in it. So I didn't think
we take interest in everything our residential gay says.
No,
because we don't want no backlash. So everything you say, we accept and receive.
Listen,
we don't even question
are we gonna
shit.
have to start talking about Christian sex positions? Like I was ready. I thought I said we was gonna have a new segment because of this. Here we over here supporting.
Right, sex for Christians.
Yes, fuck Christians.
Ooh. Well, the words and views of the Corry do not coincide with the thoughts and beliefs.
Fuck Christian. This dude that I used to fuck with.
Christian. Oh, Christian.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now that we know Corey's not drinking anything, what did you say you were drinking, ma'am?
Some lip
I too.
Oh, fuck that. Moving right along. All right, so let's get on this shame-worthy topic. I don't got time for this. I don't got time. We are on a time restraint today due to
that is not fair that he was able to give his long drawn out explanation of why he's not drinking.
Have y'all heard about all these teachers in the news? They are starting to lose their minds again. Like it's the end of the damn school year coming up. I mean, they probably got a couple months left. 2 months left of school, 2-3 months left of school, depending on where you live at. These teachers are losing their fucking minds, y'all.
What they doing?
So I started with one teacher, and this middle school teacher was arrested for allegedly leaving hickeys on a student's neck.
Stop it. That's so trashy.
A middle school teacher at that.
How old was the middle school teacher? Was this a young teacher? Because only young bitches are bitches. Still putting hickeys on people. That shit is so trashy and tacky. Ugh.
Listen. This teacher, when y'all see this teacher, let me see, do it tell her age?
I can't. It's a girl. It's a woman teacher doing this.
She's 39 years old.
That's too old. I thought she was going to be a young teacher, like 25, 26. That's too old.
Hollywood, Florida. Hollywood, Florida.
Here we go with Floridians.
She was taken into custody. Because she works with students from the age of 12 to 16. And are you raising your hand to speak? Yes. What?
Don't try to be reading like just hilarious.
You already said that joke like 2 weeks ago.
But Corry wasn't on
You
here.
just wanted Corry to say it.
I did. I wanted him to agree. Go ahead.
Because it's not even that I'm reading. I'm skimming and speaking. It's a difference.
You look pretty today.
Fuck off, bitch. Anyway, she teaches students from 12 to 16 years old, and one of the students said that she touched the child and was touched by her inappropriately and was also kissed by her. She apparently kissed the student so hard that she sucked and left hickeys.
How you
on the
kiss
student's
somebody?
neck.
So that's not even kissing. Like how you kiss somebody so hard you leave stuff on them.
And she left these marks on this child 3 times. There's three different separate incidents.
So what did he say?
What?
I was just saying, what did the child say when they got home? Like, how do they explain that to their parents?
It doesn't say, but this teacher admits to kissing the child on the cheek while on school grounds, but claims that it was not anything sexual.
You should not be
putting your lips on anybody at the school. That is so that this wasn't very common back in the day. It was sprinkled here and there, teachers doing this shit. But now, literally, every 3 stories we do was about a teacher assaulting a child.
I don't think I think that's a lie.
What do you think? What's lie?
What you just
statistics?
Said?
My statistics?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, your statistics I think your statistics are wrong.
On how what?
I think it happened more back then. It wasn't in social media. It couldn't be spread around as much as it is now.
Well, name 3 teachers back in when we grew up.
3 teachers from my fucking high school that I know was fucking students.
Okay,
my whole athletic teachers were.
I mean, I know a couple teachers as well, but I'm saying, you know what? Let my statistics be that statistic.
Okay.
Your statistic is bullshit.
You can't say statistics or whatever. Go.
It's bullshit, bitch. Anyway, this teacher's name is Felicia Smith, and it's Felicia with an F.
She black. Because white Felicias they spell their name PH, and I just don't even understand. She black.
Bye, Felicia.
Every black Felicia I know spells their name with an F. All of them. Every single last one of them. I know one. I work with one. God dang it, I knew it was right. She is cute, too.
She looked like she
looked like a Felicia. Let me rephrase that because my coworker friend Felicia be listening to this. And she don't look like Felicia. I call her Mary because she look like Mary J. Blige. But anyway, that Felicia looked like the Felicia on Friday. So why is she doing this to these kids? Why, ma'am? Why? Why, Felicia? Why?
You think she gonna answer you? I don't understand.
I just don't understand why she do. You ruin your entire career. You ruin, if she's married, you ruin your husband's life, your children's lives, your mama, all the people you have to worry about. Like when this shit happens, it happens to the family. It just doesn't happen to an individual person. It happens to the family because everybody looking at the family like, who did they raise? And oh my God, who did you marry? And any type of things with children, that's just like, people trust people with their kids. It's awful. It's disgusting.
I agree.
I'm disappointed.
You disappointed in her?
I'm disappointed in the fact that you getting fired over some fucking hickeys. You didn't even get no dick. And really, I know in Florida it's some fine teachers. I know it's some fine teachers she could have had an affair with. I know it. Why wouldn't you choose a young teacher? A
Because she like
young,
little boys. What are you talking about?
I've never, I ain't gonna lie to you. When I was working at Waffle House and I was hiring those little young football players that was in high school, I thought, goodness night. They wouldn't, I mean, they was making young boys like that when I was in high school. I'm like, damn, y'all some cute y'all so cute. But never once did I ever think about taking them back in the commissary and giving some of this good. That never crossed
I
my
Oh,
don't
brain.
even be looking at little kids like that, period. What are you talking
They were
about?
seniors. They were seniors. I be noticing. I'm like, oh, he's so cute. I know this young. I'm not. You're not blind.
yeah. I mean, you can notice like, oh, they cute or they handsome, or when they
Yeah,
get older, they gonna be. But it's when you take action and be
exactly.
like,
I'm like, what's your daddy
you
look like? That's what I'd be like saying. What's your daddy look like?
got us some older brothers or
Yeah,
uncles.
what's your daddy look like? Cause I know you take up your daddy. Okay,
Well, that's off. So anyway,
my
shame on
judgment,
Felicia Smith. You a piece of shit.
shame, and to be a
And you
Smith
know
at
what?
that
You are gonna be a registered sex offender. You are gonna
in her
lose all of
career,
your pension. You're not gonna have anything. You're
everything.
not gonna be able to do nothing. And all you did was leave a hickey. You're
You can't
stupid.
even for
You're
real go to
stupid.
church for
You're
real
stupid. You're stupid as fuck.
because you're around kids. Like you just can't to have that label as a sex offender. That is a terrible thing to have. Like I don't know about
Mhm.
Oklahoma, but I know in Alabama they print that shit on your driver's license, sex offender in bold red letters.
Are you
When I
serious?
was working at the pawn shop, people would come in and you have their report, and you don't see their driver's license because you go on the strength of the boss. He's like, oh, he good, he whatever, he comes here all the time. But when you be like, yo, they changed the shit up, I need to see your license. Some things, guns and shit, I need to see your license. And the first time you see like that on a person's license, it changes your whole. I'm like, oh my god, like I've been befriending, laughing, kikiing with a damn sex offender. That shit is
Mm,
bold on the driver's license. Like,
mm.
ain't no missing it. Like you be looking for the issue date on your license. Ain't none of that shit. It is in bold red letters. Sex offender. How it is. It's like the scarlet letter. It's just. I
As it
mean,
should be.
yeah, it absolutely should be on people's driver's license because it. I mean, nowadays you really don't have to show your driver's license for much
Here's the
unless you're
Oklahoma
doing.
driver's license with it on it.
Okay, so it is doing it. I
Yeah.
wonder. I wonder when they started that because I don't know any. I probably know some registered sex offenders, but maybe I've never seen their license in Oklahoma, so I don't know when that started. But to see that shit for the first time, I was like
Yeah, it's
everything
on
in
there.
my
It's
face.
bold.
I've never
Yes,
seen it.
It's
and it's
bold
at
on the
it's
Oklahoma
at the
license.
top there, so it kind of like at the top. In Alabama, it's right at the bottom, that bottom
Okay,
blank
let me
line down
see.
there. Can't miss it.
Mm.
I mean, it's like and we should be, especially, well, they have to register. You have to have a license to drive. So if you're a sex offender, that shit needs to be, everybody that you show your license needs to be aware that you
Dang.
are, they need to be aware. And this particular person, like we shared a birthday. So he would come, he'd be like, hey, birthday twin, so nice and just cool as hell. Like I'd be like, what up? Like you just so cool. And I could tell the first time I asked him for his license and he had to actually give it to me. And it was on there, I could tell his demeanor change and my demeanor change instantly because I was like, like it was so like, I can't be fake.
That shit was instantaneously.
It was, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm going ahead and get up out of here." And I was like, "Yeah, nigga, you might as well go on up and get up out of
Ah!
here." You just gotta be like, you just different. And it's awful, man. It's awful. And I don't know what he did. It could have been something as easy him pissing in a park.
Yeah.
I don't even know what he did, but my brain automatically
goes to the worst.
As it should.
As it should. If I see sex offender, it should say it, but it on your driver's license for whatever crime you do, whatever crime, it should be on there. Lewd acts in a park. Sex offender under 12. Sex offender under preteen. Whatever the fuck they be saying, whatever the hell they word it on the what is it? On the your charge is how it should be written on your driver's license. It's enough space. Put that shit on the back and the front. Yes. But it's awful, man. Who wants that? Who wants that scarlet letter on their license? So yeah, she should have to show her license and bear the shame and guilt that child's going to have to live with for the rest of their life. You should have to live with it for the rest of your life every time you show your license.
Definitely.
But how many times do we have to show our licenses these days? How often do you have? If you go into a bar and you need a drink,
I show my license all the time.
When you're flying?
Yeah, like if you're traveling and stuff.
Yeah, traveling. Go to restaurants. Whenever I order a drink, I still get carded.
I got carded on my birthday. I was like, I look 40. Don't fucking play with me. And then my friend next to me, she's like, Miss Ebony, you really just look 37. Then why the fuck you call me Miss Ebony then? Let's be for real.
Well, you are in the deep South.
I am. And they're very, very memorable here.
Like growing up, y'all know I grew up in Mississippi, and we call everybody Miss whatever their name was.
Mm-hmm.
So that was just.
It's a respect thing.
Yeah. But even though, I mean, do you call your aunties auntie such and such, or do you call them by their first name?
So
I don't call any of them auntie.
Well, that's
we were talking about this. Bitch. I call some of them.
That's what I call my Auntie Jan, Auntie Phil. That's why I go home.
Oh shit! Yeah, I don't say auntie, but I know what you meant. I know what you meant. Not auntie, but yeah. I only call 2 aunt. The rest of them I call by their name.
Why?
That's what they told me growing up. Now, all of a sudden, now that I'm 40, they're like, you need to call me aunt. And I'm like,
that ain't been your name your whole
right.
life. My whole life. What you talking about, lady?
Y'all ain't never told me to call you that. But, and so what has happened is, like, a lot of my cousins, that's what we did, and they've had kids. So they call them aunt or uncle now so that their kids will call them that. But that's not how we grew up calling them that.
Yo, what's weird is because of just the respect thing for auntie, just with the auntie and uncle thing, my girls call Mia Aunt Mia. They age.
Should.
You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just like,
I call my Uncle PJ, and I'm literally older than him.
Yeah.
So and it's also what the aunts and uncle, you had to have been told what their name was as a little kid, and you grew up, calling them that. So I had to be told, Ella, Lara. And so I call my Aunt Willie, and Janie, Aunt Janie. So I'm assuming that they was like, I'm Aunt Janie. And that's what I grew up calling them. And the rest of them, I guess they thought they was young and cool. And so, I just called them by their first name.
I got in
I
trouble
only
one time.
call my dad's sister's aunt and my mom's oldest sister aunt. And I will say this. I will say they really didn't get, like, we affectionately call our aunts that we love, we call them Amy. So like their name is just Amy. It's not even Amy Cheryl, Amy this, it's just Amy, period. And and then the rest of them are aunts. But like those are the ones that I'm not really close, that I'm not really close to. Like they get the formal name. Whereas the ones that I'm close to, I call them Amy. So
I only call Amy. Amy's the
right.
only Amy I call Amy, and everyone called Amy. Like the kids on the street, old people, young people, it didn't matter. But yeah. I got in trouble one time with one of my uncles, my grandmother's brother. His name was Ralph, but he went by Goldie. And so I was like, "Hi, Uncle Goldie." And he was like, "What you call me?" And I was like, "Uncle Goldie." And he was like, "You call me Uncle Ralph." And I was like, "It's the same shit." Real. But that's his nickname, and he wanted me to call him Uncle Ralph, so I called him. So from that point on, when I saw him, I just didn't call him nothing. I just be like,
so you being Andre. So you being Andre.
Your right to a name.
I was just like, hello.
You lost your name.
You just don't get a title. That's how you just skip away from all that. But anyway, let's go back to what we're supposed to be talking about: sex and relationships.
Yeah, I know. How did we get off on this? Anyway, so the next person that we shame in is another teacher, because y'all know I always go down the wormhole and stay on task. This teacher right here, this teacher is from Tennessee. And she's accused of sexually assaulting a boy age 12 and also harming nearly 24 other minors.
By what? What does she do? And I don't know whether she's black or white.
Okay. So she would call the boys on the phone. She used to call them on the phone, and they found out recently that she is pregnant by a 12-year-old.
12.
That semen start working as soon as they get wet dreams, don't it?
Yeah, she's being charged with 23 counts of sexual misconduct against more than a dozen children.
Well,
that's just like that Mary Letourneau. She got pregnant. That boy was 13 and she had his baby. And I think she was in her 30s or early 40s, I want to say, when that happened. But when she got out of prison, they ended up being together.
Oh yeah, they did a little movie on Netflix
They did
based on them recently. With Julianne Moore and what's the other girl? I can't remember. But yeah, that was something.
So like I believe that this is like still in court. So a lot of stuff, I guess, because there's so many victims, they're trying to keep a lot of this under wrap. But yeah, like this chick is just like, her name is Alyssa McCommons.
She's definitely not black.
And
Alyssa.
All I'm gonna say is, if you are accused of sleeping with 12 children,
she a slut.
I mean, more than 24 children, just for shits and giggles. Just for shits and giggles. What do y'all imagine she looked like?
I mean, if some kids was she got to be the hottest teacher in Tennessee.
I wouldn't necessarily think that, because if she's 12, like hormones are raging, and I think they probably would just experiment and be excited about probably anything.
But I don't, at 12 though, I feel like I was still a kid at 12.
The kids ain't kids like we were.
The kids ain't kids.
I mean, obviously, everything is hypersexualized, so you're right.
It's probably it's probably about half the kids are kids. About half of them.
So 12 is the new 16.
Well, since you asked us what she looked like, I'm just going to assume she looked like a cafeteria lady. And we can all know what the cafeteria looked like.
That's what
I'm damn mess.
A school. She's giving me school. Yep.
But hold on. That's the mugshot, though. She been crying. This bitch been crying for hours and days. You can tell she been crying like, oh my God, I'm going to jail. The reality has hit that hoe. Like, she going to jail. She been crying. Those bags, she had no sleep. I need to know what she looked like. Go to her Facebook page, see what she looked like before the bags and shit took over.
Okay, I'm looking.
She from the trailer park.
You think so, Corey?
I think so. Gotta be.
I don't think trailer park.
I'm getting trailer park.
I'm with Ebony. I believe she has done a lot of crying.
Yeah, her face hurt. She got rosacea in the cheeks. Like she has come to the realization that little peen was not worth it. Ooh. Oh, see, now she cute right there.
Yeah.
So she has been through the ringer.
Most of her pictures look like that. Like the last one I just showed you.
Yeah, so she cute. And she does not look 39. Wait, how does she? That's not the 39-year-old. How old is she?
38.
She don't even look 38. Now, on the jail picture, she looked like she's 38. On this picture, she don't look 38. I would give her 30, I guess. I wonder if she had children.
I hope not.
But she about to have one. Because abortions are illegal now.
Yeah, she's pregnant by a 12-year-old.
Huh?
She's pregnant by a 12-year-old. That's the rumor.
I know that mom is livid.
She's pregnant.
I wonder if what type of school she taught. Was it an urban school? Is the baby daddy black?
Black. That's what I was just thinking.
Or is this child white? It does not make a difference. But I'm curious to know.
I just even saw something else. This whole married.
Oh wow!
Of course she is. She married to a black man.
I don't know who she married to.
Okay, look. But definitely, I think it's easier to take advantage of a lot of disadvantaged children in that group like that. Because all the stories we hear of teachers doing anything to white kids, it's just one white kid, but all their friends know in the suburbs, because they didn't talk to blah, blah, blah. But I think maybe for grades or lunch money or however she was bribing these kids, probably with grades and other things, I think those kids are probably black. I would not be surprised if she was pregnant by a black 12-year-old boy, and if she taught in the inner city school.
That I don't know. That I don't know, but I don't feel like it was 21 black kids.
What's the school name? Let's do some more investigating.
Because if it's Frederick Douglass or
Martin Luther King High,
or Malcolm X Elementary,
Evers Middle School,
Rosa Parks.
It's called at Charger Academy. Yeah, no. These white children.
At Charger Academy?
Charger Academy in Covington, Tennessee.
Oh, Covington. I know those parents are disappointed. I mean, they probably knew her. That's a small community. So the parents knew her and trusted her. That's just like the parents.
That was their classmate.
Yeah, it's just like exactly. That's like one of us in Oklahoma City teaching school, and the news come out. We know everybody.
True.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, you hear about April's sister doing
Charlene, you hear Charlene? Been up there sucking dick.
Exactly, because when that shit was going around at Douglas, when people was getting busy, and this girl, it was probably, I think Mia was still going to school there, so it had to be, I think they graduated 2012, 2013. So the bathroom was a place for a couple of girls. I think it might have been one girl, but she was letting everybody have it and giving a lot of people head. It was such a huge thing at Douglas High School. And that's your alma mater too, ain't it? Isn't that your alma mater? Alma mater or whatever.
Let me just say, this was after all of the decent kids had left. You say this was 2013?
I don't know any decent. Well, let me not say that, because my daddy graduated from Douglas. I told my mama so.
So did my daddy.
Everybody got a family member graduating from
everybody.
Douglas.
My mama number 2 went there. I think both my stepmoms went there.
Kanye West's mama graduated from Douglas.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a lot of. I know a lot of people that graduated from Douglas, and Douglas has just traditionally been surrounded by a lot of drama. Just in general, just a lot of drama.
That is true.
Speaking of drama,
please talk about it. Let's talk about it. Please, let's talk about it.
Speaking of drama, I need some quiet on the set.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Listen.
Did y'all finish it?
I'm done.
With what?
Quiet on the set. The Nickelodeon.
Is it done?
Yeah, it was only like 4 episodes. On Max.
I didn't know. I've only seen the first 2.
Okay.
When did they do it? Okay.
I actually just finished it today.
Today.
It came out today?
Yeah, that's why
I don't know, but I watched it today.
Yeah, I watched it today as well.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm going to have to watch it then tonight.
So you want us not to talk about it for you?
No, we got to talk about this. Why it's hot, why it's good and juicy.
Yeah, I can go ahead.
I mean, it's not going to air until next week.
Facts.
But I'm going to be hearing it right now.
Exactly. No, but everybody on all your Facebook people should be watching and listening to. You're probably hearing stuff about it already.
I haven't. But I'm going to go watch it after we finish. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right, so let's talk about the first 2 episodes, since everybody has watched it. So if you don't know what Quiet on Set is, it's a documentary about Nickelodeon, and they're the child stars of the Nickelodeon, I'm not going to say franchise, but yeah, basically franchise. Studios. Yeah. So, it basically details like all the different shows, the different kids on it. It also goes into the behaviors of Nickelodeon staff, producers, show creators.
Let me say, it was really based on Dan Snyder's shows.
Yes.
Of Nickelodeon.
Yes.
Specifically his shows. Yes.
Specifically his shows. Yes. Even though it does cover a couple other people's, but it was really majority him. And it was because of the type of culture that he set, an environment that everyone they worked in, which was not very positive. He was not very motivating, very controlling, very manipulative,
demeaning,
very
and
demeaning, very nasty, very verbally abusive.
womanizing,
Womanizing,
harassing,
sexist.
menacing,
Yes.
Very
sexist,
sexist.
misogynist,
I
all those
was
things.
super duper 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 offended that these two writer women had to share one salary.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what said
Right.
salary is, but I am thinking the salary had to be a fairly decent salary in order to be split in half for two people to share.
I would say
don't
50, and it got 25 each.
I was
oh
thinking,
no.
I
Oh
was
no.
thinking around that too.
No.
Because
It
it
was less
wasn't like
than
it
that.
wasn't like it was 100 and they split that.
Right. It was
I don't think so.
definitely, yeah.
I really, y'all, I really think I got to looking back at the salaries around that time for people and in Hollywood, and I'm thinking it was more like 30.
Oh, and then I would go for
And they
less.
split 30.
No. It was 60 and they
Oh.
made
Oh.
30.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like
Yeah.
either 50 to
It was
60.
between the range.
Yeah.
The ranges was like between 60 and about 80 for women.
Yeah, I'm sure they were on the low end.
And
So
I'm
I
sure they
and
was
I
going to
don't
the low
believe
end.
they were getting the higher end of it.
No, definitely not.
And I just refuse to believe that they were two women in Hollywood making $25,000 in the 2000s.
Well, they weren't on anything else. It was their first show, so
They
it's
didn't
not.
have
It doesn't matter. They could have made that at McDonald's. I refuse to believe that.
Yeah, but when it's your
But the-
dream to do something, you think something's better, you'll take
Not
what you can.
$25,000 in California. You can't pay your bills with that, Ebony.
Bitch, they would, and you can pay your bills for 30. No,
You can at least you can get a room for 30. You can't get no room for no 25.
The fact that they would even share a salary lets me know that they would. The woman said, the heavier woman of the two of them, I don't know her name, but she even said, I did not want to rock the boat. So I knew it was considerably less than what the other people were making. So I didn't want to shake the boat. This was my first time ever writing on a show. So I just really had to take what I could get. And I mean, I don't think it's unreasonable to think that it could have been 25,000. But we don't know what it was. So while we arguing about it, it was anywhere from 25 to 30. It was still not what the fuck it should have been.
It was not what it should have been.
Yeah,
and I can't believe they got away with it for as long as they did. And why the fuck? Like, who in payroll was like, you gonna split? Like, why was no?
It wasn't questioned. It wasn't even questioned until, it wasn't questioned until somebody said they're not allowed to split salaries anymore. Like, it was a thing, and then it became something that couldn't be done anymore.
That was
so the thing about it was, like, that was something that could be done, but it was only done for them because they were women, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, splitting salaries, it could not be done anymore. And then somebody got the memo when, oh, we can't split salaries anymore.
No, it wasn't that it couldn't be done anymore. It was that it could not be done.
It was not supposed to be done, period, because it was 1,000% illegal.
Yeah. And so they had to back pay them?
Yes, they ended up having to back pay them for all of the years. There was Christina Stratton and Jenny Kelgan. They ended up having to back pay them for all of those years, that the other half of their salary.
One of the women to me appeared to be so just nonchalant. Like, it happened. I regret it, especially with the
smaller one.
yeah, what she had to do when she the donut hole or something, whatever the joke was. I can't remember exactly what it was. But she did want to talk about it, and I respect that. But she just seems so just blase blah about it. And the other one was like, I mean, she was still fucked up about it.
I think, you also got to understand these are two different people, two different ways of life, and they handle, people handle things, differently. That's not to say that old girl probably still isn't, at home with turmoil in it just because her exterior isn't as emotional as, as old girl, but it did seem like she maybe handled it a little bit better.
I was going to say self-esteem, because even though you're a writer and you're behind the scenes, I think aesthetically, they still care about what the fuck you look like sometimes.
Right.
And because the other lady was so well put together, the smaller one, and the other one still kind of looked disheveled to me. Like, so I think that it's just a matter of aesthetics and how the smaller one looked like she still had a job and doing something. And not to say that the bigger one doesn't.
Like right now?
Yeah, like right now she's doing some writing or doing some show running something. I don't know. But the other one didn't seem to I feel like she had been blackballed from just writing as a whole, because she did go to the thing.
Well, I was going to say, and that's because one of their jobs basically ended for them as far as writing until later on, and the other one just kind of just moved along and
she
kept
stayed
going.
On. Right. The heavier one stayed on, and the smaller one got fired.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I just thought that's the one that's not the one thing that just like that I was just like, oh my God, I'm just so flabbergasted about this shit.
Yeah.
Really? That's what flabbergasted of all
this. I mean, it was more. That's why I said that was just the part that I was just like, whoa, y'all had to share the one salary. But it was just everything. Like when I actually sat back and thought about the parent that I was during this time frame, and how the TV shows that I approved of watching
was all the shows though.
And it was all the
these
shows.
These little subliminal cum shots.
To the point where I apologized to my kids.
Yo.
I literally apologized to my kids, and so we had the three of them, we had a chat, and they were like, Mom, you literally allowed us to be a kid for so long that we didn't get any of that.
Right.
We didn't understand any of the innuendos. We didn't get any of it.
Nowadays,
it was just literally just when it was slime on the face, it literally was slime on the face. Like Ariana Grande, you cannot squeeze anything out of a potato. Like the kids was like, Mom, it was not, we weren't impacted. Like we're offended now because we didn't get it then.
Right. And now in today's era, this shit would never slide. The kids automatically, oh my God. Like that's
actually it will slide because these shows are in syndication. They're still airing.
Oh yeah, they're on Netflix.
It's still sliding.
And what's crazy is that when you're looking at it, you like, and you probably wouldn't even think anything. I don't even know if I would have even caught the shit.
I did,
back then, if I had saw it, like
I didn't watch the iCarlys and the.
Yeah, I didn't.
You shouldn't have been because these were your kids. Like I remember the girls the girls were Hannah Montana.
Yeah,
They had their whole bedroom. I had, every year, whatever they wanted their rooms to be, whoever the new hottest, whatever was it, I used to just redo all of their bedrooms. So at one point, the girls had Hannah Montana, everything. Like,
yeah, but I'm saying
everything.
when
And
the
then
kids are watching
when all
TV,
of the when Hannah Montana lost her virginity,
She lost her virginity on the show?
she did not. She lost her virginity in real life because they're older than the characters they play. So she's playing a middle schooler and she loses her virginity, and the social media gets wind of her losing her virginity. Now I've got to explain
Miley Cyrus.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But to my children, this is Hannah Montana.
Oh, okay.
I have got to explain to my 9-year-old and 4-year-old why the fuck Hannah Montana done lost her goddamn virginity and she in middle school.
But why would they even know? But it is.
It just so happened that they just happened to be, when a little news, a little TMZ pop up while they watching some other show. Hannah Montana's lost her virginity and blah, 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 blah. And then the girls is like, oh my gosh, get all of this stuff out the room. We had to literally go change the whole room, get rid of everything. Cause they was like, she's not a role model. And I was like, oh my God. It's just so much. So I was like, this is crazy. Crazy, just crazy. All of it's crazy. And so I'm just like, just the level of stuff. Like I was, every time I was watching stuff, I was just getting sickened by everything. Like, oh my gosh, like everything was so sexual. And I don't know a parent that ever said anything like these shows are inappropriate.
I think it probably went over everybody's head though.
But just like you said, a lot of parents weren't sitting down with their kids watching that. The only show that I remember actually sitting down watching with the girls was Zach and Cody. That was the only one because I just thought that was the funniest show. So that I would watch that with them. But all the other shows, they Hannah Montana's, I think I might have saw 2 episodes of that. I didn't watch the iCarly. I did not sit down and watch with them. I did not watch any of those shows. Those older niggas. Now the slime shows with the other dude, like back in the day, Double Dare and shit, Triple Dare, all that shit.
Yeah,
I watched that, but I was still too old for that shit too. No, I'm the slime.
No, I remember going to the very first summer that I went to California. We went to watch a taping of Double Dare. Like I mean,
I love that show.
Yeah, I remember watching that shit every day. Like that was just Double Dare was everything.
What was the other show? Kids Incorporated. Was that on?
That was Disney.
Oh shit! With Disney.
Yeah, I can't wait for the Disney one to come out because Disney's.
Oh my God! They full of they need to do one from the shows to the amusement parks to all that. The workers, all them.
And I was like, not them leaving Nickelodeon and then automatically getting hired and going over to Disney.
Yo. Please watch the last 2 episodes.
Oh, I am. But what about the man who was homeboys with John what's the serial killer name?
Right. John Wayne Gacy.
John Wayne Gacy.
Baby.
And I'm like, this is crazy. This is crazy. And he was like so proud and excited about his painting. And I remember I watched something on him and I remember he was selling his paintings.
Yeah.
When they was, telling, I was like, when it showed like the little clown, it made me think. And then they said, I was like, oh my God.
He got a whole thing on Netflix.
I
A
think
whole
that's what I
documentary.
watched.
It was just story after story, and then the kids. I really thought that it was gonna come out that Dan was the one that was doing all this stuff to everybody. Like, I really thought it was him, but then it just, it just turns out that it was just mostly the work environment was just horrible, especially when, when you think back to that time frame when they was like, oh, he's out of here. We don't want nothing else to do with him. Like, he's out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, they fired him, they let him go. And I'm just like, okay, like, I thought things were going to come out, but nothing.
Yeah, I don't think necessarily. Well, you're right. It was the work environment, the way he treated the young girls on there, but it was no touching type of situations with.
But
I
feel like that all of the massages and all that shit.
Yeah. But the grown women,
that shit, I feel like he should have been
been
Me
it came out.
Too'd, and they never Me Too'd him. Like
they did. Yeah, they did.
They did, but they didn't. They
in
did
the
not.
Me Too movement, in the Me Too movement, that's when they let him go in the Me Too movement. Before then, they were scared.
I know that, but that's they gave him $7 million, and that was and
yeah, they had to buy him out of his contract.
That's not.
They didn't just fire him.
You don't buy you out of the contract.
Listen, if it's not in your contract, if it's not in your contract to be let go for inappropriate acts, how they put those little clauses in the contracts? You're gonna pay me to get out of my damn contract. You're just not gonna fire me. You're gonna pay me. Unless it's a clause in there that you getting rid of me because I done some fucked up shit and I'm making the workplace crazy. None of those people sued him or any of that.
I am pretty for certain that sexual harassment was in the work clause.
Yeah, but if
nobody
filed
pressed sexual harassment.
Exactly. They just went and said he makes me massage his shoulders every now and again, or he's getting people, not even the people who were doing it. It's the people around him that said he's making these people give massages. The people who was actually giving the massages ain't said shit. That's why he was able to walk away scot-free.
He got the kids, he got the staff, he got anybody. Hey, get over here and massage my shoulders. Like, why did you never think to hire a masseuse?
Why, when I got these people that's gonna do it for free?
That part.
I thought that was just completely inappropriate.
It was
completely. But we will discuss part 2 when Corry sees it.
Also, I thought it was really sad that the black guy and his mom's relationship seemed like it was damaged because she was kind of like speaking out about things.
That was but this was all the black parents, all the black kids' parents.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing all the black kids' parents. I did see one specifically.
There were several of the black kids that were like, my mom wasn't going for that shit.
Yeah, but their relationships weren't severed like that one black boy.
Right.
And I was wondering, like, what happened to him? And then seeing his face, because I liked him on the show. I liked him. But, and his mom, now I'm sure he understands now why she had to take him out of that situation, because there's no telling what could have happened with him.
I will say this, and this ain't gonna sound good, but normally and typically in those type of situations, they always take advantage of the black children because y'all need this money, y'all need this, your family poor,
Yeah,
I will say in this case, I did breathe a sigh of relief that none of the black children were violated.
Right.
Right. They just weren't.
The levels of mistreatment of them was still. I'm just glad that they didn't have to add sexual stuff onto the rest of the way that they were treated. I mean, they were like, it was known. We knew we were the token. Like,
I'm not letting no dog lick anything off my motherfucking child.
No.
It's just not gonna fucking happen. It's not funny.
Under no circumstances.
That shit is not funny at all.
And the fact that he was recorded saying, I don't like this.
I don't like this. Yeah.
I don't like this.
Yeah, I don't. There's so much to unpack with this. The Dan Snyder, yeah, he was just an asshole who was taking advantage of his authority with women. The third and fourth parts are what had me in the chokehold.
Yeah.
That was hard to watch for me.
I gotta watch it.
You do, because it's yeah, man. It's sickening, and the level of, and this is for 1 through 4, the level of what is it when they try to turn people against each other? Like, I don't know the word, but when you try to make some, yes, the level of manipulation with the kids to make them turn on their parents so that they can get what they want is fucking unreal.
Playing the parents against each other.
Yes.
To figure out which parent is the weaker parent.
Yes. Did y'all watch that series on Netflix called In Plain Sight or Plain Sight? In Plain Sight?
Yeah. But y'all need to watch, I think it's called The Program.
I watched it.
You watched it?
Yes. Baby. And you know what? I remember those things happening.
I don't remember that.
I remember those things happening.
Yeah. I was like, yo.
Like, I was like, they taking these kids like out their house, and then this shit was okay. Like,
that was crazy.
It was super crazy.
It was crazy.
I'm like, what? And like, I feel so bad for the girl who's like over it. Like, her dad really thought he was doing something that was like going to like kind of help her.
But wait, she just had a Mike Spike lemonade though. That's why she got sent there and snatched up out her house for
in the middle of the
wine
night.
Cooler.
Wine cooler.
But that fucking stepmom. That bitch needs to.
It was the stepmom.
It was
the wicked stepmom.
The wicked stepmama.
Yo, for real.
And in the report, they were saying that the dad was, what was they saying? The dad was asking questions, but the mom, the stepmom,
get to the stepmom.
Yeah, get to the stepmom. That made me think about that.
I was like, that shit is crazy.
Yeah,
that shit was so wild.
That's how shit really goes down, though.
Yes.
The dad be off at work and the stepmom be at home with the kids, lying on the child that you know your child, though. My child does not have a history of acting up or being disrespectful to anybody. So what is going on in the house to make my child feel this way?
And you would think
excluded.
You would think like, okay, for me to send my child to away to some type of camp, it would have to be a long, drawn out history of like bad behavior.
I feel like these parents don't. I feel like these parents in these type of situations, I feel like they've never watched television. They've never seen nothing. Like, there's just no way. There's no way as a parent. As a parent, you just can't entertain none of this. You just don't. There's nothing.
No, it's like no.
your stepmama said you was acting up, so you just like you don't question nothing. Like you ain't never seen nothing, no news stories, no, you ain't never watched no TV. There is never a flag or never nothing, a little ding ding, a little parental intuition. There's nothing that tells you your child is in danger. Like nothing.
I don't think that it's about them not ever watching TV or seeing anything. I think it's about them growing up. Them growing up in the hippie times and them thinking, I don't want my child to get up and experiment with all these different drugs because I experimented with all the drugs. You know, most parents aren't as free as us. We don't tell our kids, yeah, we tried this, we tried that, that shit, don't do it, but we tried it. You know what I'm saying? We did it, but it's not something we want you to do. They'd be like, I never did this and I never did that. And I was an A student and I was on the president's honor roll and I was just on the shit and all principal. I was just all this. So they like to live in this fucking la-la land and make it seem like their kids that they're just all high and mighty. And they never done any fucking wrong ever. And then
Ebony. So
these kids
when my stepchild decided he did not really want to be around his mother.
Mm-hmm.
And every time he would cry when I would leave him, I told his father, yo, something ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
So if all of a sudden you have a child, and everybody know that my child was nobody's angel, but he still was very respectful. So if you have a child who is always this certain way, and now all of a sudden they having all these complications, all this and this and this and the stepmom report, everything. Come on, you got as a parent, you gotta wake up and see that shit. I literally was like, yo, something ain't right. It's something that you gotta figure out what's going on here. Like, because this ain't normal. Like, come on now.
But there was I don't want to say there was a history of her being in some type of way. But
if there was a history, that makes it even worse. Like, you are not working that hard.
But even her friend was like, she was surprised to see her there because she was like such a goody two shoes and
exactly.
You know.
So I mean, I really do feel like it was just the absence of the parent, and him probably ain't no telling when he married that lady after that first wife died. You know what I'm saying? How many years was it in between that he married this lady? He off to work. He just gonna go about what this lady say. Like, why does lady got a reason to lie? But why does my daughter have a reason to lie? I know. First off, I'm not sending my kids off without doing some type of trying to see what the fuck I'm sending them to. What type of place is this? But it wasn't just the parents. The fact that the courts, the fact that anybody you can just hire somebody to walk up in your house and take over your child is fucking insane to me.
Yeah.
Insane.
Two big ass 6 foot 300-pound men dragging my fucking 195-pound child up out the house. That is fucking poor. What is the word?
It's just asinine. It just don't make any sense. It makes literally no, like, it makes no sense. Like, this is going to sound so horrible, but I just feel like some of this shit just can't happen in a Black household.
You see, it was majority white. And I feel like the Black kids that were there, they looked like they was mixed race, and they probably had white mamas.
Child, did you see that Black girl's hair? I was just like, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Hold on.
She had a white mama.
I feel like it. I'm just like, this is so crazy.
But you're an adult now. You should be going down to Tawana's bumping curls and getting that fixed.
Tawana's bumping curl.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, it's all this stuff. I mean, I just be into these documentaries and I just be watching them and I just be in shock. I just be in shock by some of these people. And even, I don't even want to say that it's a white thing or a black thing or even a Hispanic thing. I don't want to say and put and categorize these different shows, but when you watch them, you always have to think about the social economic statuses of these families and these people and things like that, and the level of shit. Like, I feel like the black documentaries, it's always the falling through the system. They fell through the cracks type of stuff. And then when it's the white males, it's always parents overlooking, not paying enough attention, like things like that. And then when it's the white girls, it's like a woe is me type of scenario, like blame society for missing this damsel. Like, I just hate that every single something has some type of narrative, and these narratives are like, they're just always based off of wherever they live, whatever. Like, it's the same. Like, you can almost predict what type of drama is going to be involved in it just by whatever the surroundings are. And I think it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, all right, y'all.
Clearly over here, this one. Can you tell us how
take us out?
Yeah,
I can take us out.
Because clearly
I can.
You conducting a whole nother meeting while on the podcast. Just disrespectful. It's so crazy, Corry, because what you don't know is we had this meeting, and this bitch, every time we have this meeting of what we are gonna do better, so it projects better.
Yes, I was. Girl, you just see my grandson just running here. Anyway, follow Naturally. Well, shut up, so I can do it. Shut up. Follow Naturally Unbothered on IG, Twitter, and Facebook. You can email us at naturallyunbothered@gmail.com. That is naturallyunbothered at. Man, hold on. Where'd I go? Sorry. I'm getting calls in. I'm trying to do it. Follow Naturally Unbothered, Naturally Unbothered, the number 2 at gmail.com. That is Naturally Unbothered, the number 2 at gmail.com. Leave us a message. You're welcome to feedback, comments, and show ideas every night. You know how I love your advice requests, so please keep them coming. Please listen to us on Apple, Spotify, iHeart, Audible, wherever you listen to your podcast. Please make sure you're watching us on YouTube. We are not wham bam. Thank you, ma'ams. Please, please, please subscribe. Make us a regular booty call. Don't just leave the money on the side table for us. We'll take the money, but that's not what we want. We want your undivided attention as well. Please put us in your regular rotation. Rate us, leave us a review, and select the notification bell so that you are notified every time we upload new episodes on YouTube every Thursday. We're always going to bring you the best episodes. Shari's always going to be, herself, and I'm always going to be myself, and Corey's always going to, show up. And so let's do that. So if you're looking for Naturally Unbothered merch, if you are looking for Naturally Unbothered merch, please visit www.naturallyunbothered.com. That is www.naturallyunbothered.com, and click that merch link. Y'all, watch the last episodes of Quiet on the Set, you, Corry, and our viewers, so we can have a talk about it on next week, Thursday, the week after next Thursday, whenever it shows. So you can talk with us about this. Tell us how you feel. Tell us if you let your kids watch. Tell us if you was one of those childs watching that, and if you got those different scenarios, what was going on. Please, please, please tell us about it. Tell your whole ass friends. Tell all your whole ass friends to tune in to Naturally Unbothered. Your whole ass mama, your whole ass daddy, uncles and cousins. They awesome hoes. We enjoy hoes. We enjoy whole shit. We enjoy bald head hoe shit. We also like nice and wholesome shit. So please, I want to give a congratulations to somebody who's going to be a hoe mom. my friend Cicely is going to be a whole mom. So congratulations to her. That's a grandma. And so I want to give a nice old shout out to her. Also, y'all dial 205-308-8804, 205-308-8804. If y'all know any teachers that was in y'all schools that was messing with the kids, let us know. Let us know about it. What do you know? Tell us what you know.
If you were one of those kids that was messing with the teacher.
If you was one of the teachers, we'll let you be anonymous.
They ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna do it. You know what they haven't ever done is a teacher Me Too movement. That's what the fuck they need to do right there.
Speaking of Batman, but I'm on here. I love you. Close my door. Show me the new Batman. So I'm sorry, my granddaughter's birthday just busted in today. Okay. Yes, all of that.
All right, y'all. Until next time, it's been a great, wonderful, glorious episode of Naturally Unbothered.
As usual. Thank y'all. I'm here. I was here.
Peace out.
Corry showed up and Shari showed up.